so here he is, the former two-division UFC champion, George Rush St. Pierre. He's the most prolific takedown artist on paper in UFC history. Despite not having any amateur wrestling chops to speak of, this is a man who, at least in my mind, turned the MMA takedown into a thing of beauty.
Yes, he did. He made it all look so smooth and so great. But it was the striking of George St. Pierre that was so good that made you have to be on awareness the whole time. So as the hands flew up, George St. Pierre had the timing that was unmatched at the time in mixed martial arts. One of the first guys that was truly able to do everything. Before we had specialists, and then we had George St. Pierre, he truly changed the game.
Hall of Famer George Rush St. Pierre, ready to make a statement in front of this capacity crowd here tonight. Well, this young man is a really accomplished submission specialist, and sometimes fighters get offended when you call them a specialist, but most people know what he's trying to do in there, and to this point, no one's really been able to stop him.
John, he will try to pull guard. He pulls guard anymore in the UFC at this point, but he understands that for him to be successful, the fight has to be in the grappling, in the jiu-jitsu. If he's able to extend these jiu-jitsu exchanges, he is the guy that is generally going to win. He understands position. He understands going from point A to point B. He always is the one controlling the underhook. Always has the frame. Just a knowledge of jiu-jitsu that not many people can match.
And you can be sure as he makes this walk tonight, he's thinking about just how quickly he can get this fight to the ground and utilize those aforementioned high-level submission skills. And now our tail of the tape for this heavyweight fight. To get us started with the official introductions, we go inside to the veteran voice of the Octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC middleweight champion and former UFC welterweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, George Rush St. Pierre. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Rush the Master Mitchell!
All right, Herb Dean, third man in the Octagon for this one.
Ready.
All right, well, there's nothing quite like a George St. Pierre fight. I mean, how about the decibels in this building? As my man Joe Rogan might say, it is deafening in here. I can hear the Canadians from the rooftop. George St. Pierre's competing tonight, folks. There's no doubt about it.
He's got to try to finish here.
All right, early action here. We expect a lot of... Oh, you go here!
Nice transition from the underhook into the single leg and a massive takedown.
And those slams really go a long way with the judges. Huge authority behind that takedown there. Let's go! Push, push, push! A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Looks like a pretty good attempt here. Oh, he is out. How good is that?
That is phenomenal submission defense by this young man.
Mitchell's in half guard.
Big ground and pound.
Continues to apply pressure here in half guard.
Oh, right into mount. Oh.
All All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. Landing strikes nicely here from top position.
Get that good wrist control now.
Another submission attempt here, and this is a good one. Oh, that rear naked choke is tight. Postures up and delivers a massive ground and pound punch to the head. Nice positional control here. Ground and pound keeps coming. Good movement to avoid that damage coming down.
Posture up. Make sure he stays high.
Beautiful ground and pound, and that would cut it.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why. Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Well, good dexterity and movement here on the ground to avoid any further damage, courtesy of that ground and pound. Nice job off of his back by GSP. Under 2 minutes now to go. Postures up now and lands a devastating strike to the head. Gonna try to take his opponent's back here, and he does. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. GSP getting work from the top here. These ground and pound strikes very effective. Let's see if he tries to work his way back to his feet. He's having his way with him here.
Great job landing from the top position.
Mitchell's back in full mount. Oh, he's trying to pin that arm in the triangle now.
Oh, it's getting deep.
Oh, that looks painful. That's got to be it. Yeah, Page and Alexio Oleinik. Somehow he got out, though.
Great job clearing the hips, facing, and getting out of that Ezekiel choke attempt. Beautiful.
Huge elbow there. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Well, it looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but there's nothing to worry about now. But he's got to start to protect it.
The ground strikes starting to pile up.
Oh, good defense, yes.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Final seconds here. Well, St. Pierre's eye now closing up. Mitchell's able to make a nice transition there back into side control. Horn sounds for the end of round one. All right, there's the horn, and what a round, champ. We got to talk about the knockdown. When you knock somebody down like that, it got to be kind of fun to strut your way back to the store.
I mean, you are 10 foot tall. When you can drop another person with a strike, you are 10 foot tall. Now, the issue is he did not find the finish. He used a lot of energy trying to finish that fight.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Second round underway. Oh, and there's a takedown attempt. Not a great entry there, DC.
Not a great entry. He showed everything he was going to do. He didn't hide his takedown. You knew from the moment this fight started he was going to go get a shot off. The opponent was ready, and he defended it perfectly.
And that left hook landed on the button. Every strike he lands, that cut gets worse.
Yeah, it's getting worse, and he needed to address it a little bit sooner because now that damage is starting to pile up. Oh, nice takedown defense. Beautiful level change. Make him think you're going low and go right over the top with that beautiful overhand. Great punch.
Well, it seems like there has been an opening for that overhand all night long. Let's see if he goes back to it here.
He's going guillotine.
Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Well, sometimes our stat guys are stingy with these submission attempt numbers. There have been a lot of them here. Submission defense has held up every step of the way.
Yeah, he's a great grappler, and he's really, really good defensively because he is so aware of all situations when he's on the ground. He has done an amazing job staying out of those submissions.
All right, north-south position here. We'll see if the crowd can be mature about this, DC. Ooh, that Kimura looks tight. All right, so he lets go of the submission now.
He let go because he saw that he was going to lose his position. You got to maintain dominant position when you're in a fight.
Well, it's been a wild fight thus far. Perhaps a contender for some bonus money at fight's end. These guys are going to have to dig deep. They're both hurt.
They're both hurt. You expected it, though. You expected a close fight. You did not expect a war like this, though, where both guys, from the moment they said fight, went forward, got in each other's face, and just beat each other up. It's been tremendous.
Well, on paper, it looked like a grappling advantage for him coming in, and largely, DC, that's the way it's played out. The takedowns, the ground control, he's got it all going to.
He's got it all going, J.A. This is a dream for him. The takedown early, the ground control, really starting to wear at the gas tank of his opponent.
Well, St. Pierre's right back to the full mount here. Now trying to trap an arm.
He's got it isolated.
Somehow, some way, he gets the arm out.
It looked like he was done, John, but he was able to stay comfortable, stay patient, and now he finds himself safe. Knee on belly. He's laying it down, ground and pound. If he doesn't move on the bottom, he's gonna get finished.
Looks like the referee could step in here. All right, well, if you like blood, perhaps this is the fight for you. That cut is really starting to open up wide now.
It's starting to open up, but it doesn't seem to be affecting him too bad right now. It's still bloody, but it's not really limiting his ability to continue. Let's see if he can get through this and win this fight. Great job finding his shots from the top position.
Well, you got to think he's going to enjoy watching this one back tomorrow morning. He has landed a ton of significant strikes, and really a guy who has been a monster in the gym, finally putting it together here in the office.
To go home and admire your work, it doesn't take till the next morning. He's going back to the room right now and firing up the video to look at beauty in action, and he was the one causing all the action. All these actions, though, these big actions got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
Mitchell's eye starting to close up. Got to get that end swell on it between rounds if we get there. Lands the ground and pound strike here.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
What a strike from off of his back. Making all these shots count.
Now he's got good body position, yup.
Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. St. Pierre's in half guard.
Give me that wrist control. Let's go.
Seconds winding down in round 2. In the books. All right, so the round is over. You see, obviously, the fighter has a cut on his cheek sustained in that round, but better to be below the eye than above it. The cut man is in there trying to close it up. All right, back to the stool, and he is officially swole, and I'm not talking about muscles. He is swollen up top.
I mean, he looks bad.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Oh, and there's a takedown attempt, DC. Not a great one. Might as well tell your opponent you're shooting, huh?
Yeah, he's your best friend. Tell him that you're going to take him to his back and watch him defend and then beat you up when the fight's there.
Well, it lands a kick to the leg now, and a pretty good one at that. Oh, lands another beautiful strike to the body, really starting to connect at will when it comes to working the body, and especially effective doing it later in this fight. Didn't see a lot of that from him in the earlier rounds.
Let your hands go. Let those hands go.
Well, Well, missed on that one. We told you off the top that he had a reach advantage, and he really is using it. Nice punch there. Big, straight left. Takedown defense holds up.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Yet again, rinse and repeat, targeting that swelling, and you gotta think this is gonna start to affect his performance now.
Yeah, it's at a point now, John, where he's gonna start to get desperate. He's gonna start to make some mistakes because the swelling is not just minor anymore. We're starting to get into the major territory.
Oh man, every time he lands, it's right on that cut. That is gonna have a profound impact on him moving forward.
He's got to start throwing down.
Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Just over 3 minutes to go in round 3. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Oh, man, that swelled area getting worse with every passing strike.
Don't stay flat on your back. Get on your hips.
Yep, got to be very careful there.
Push him up.
Nice.
Push him up.
He's got to start to get to the get-up process because everybody talks like you just get up. You don't. It's a process, right? You get to the underhook, you build to the elbow, then you start to gain height to get back to your feet.
Well, St. Pierre's in half guard now. Man, that cut is just nasty. So if you're the guy who cleans up the canvas, are you like rooting for this so you have a job to do?
I mean, you want to do less as possible. You want to just sit there and watch. The reality is, though, he's got some work in front of him after this fight.
And so does the cut, man. We are bloodied and battered here in the octagon. Less than 2 minutes to go in round 3.
Oh, this is where you don't want to be, though.
Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll.
In the half guard.
Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by GSP. All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Big shots landed by him now. Well, shades of Anthony Showtime Pettis against Tony Ferguson, just masked in blood. This is not looking good.
Yeah, it was like all Ferguson fighters, right? He was just
attempting an armbar here. Ooh, that looks tight.
Looks like it's getting tight.
Oh, so now he bails on the submission.
It's rightfully so. You keep the dominant position. Great job. Very smart fighter we got there.
And busy as he looks to improve position here. Mitchell's in half guard. Lands the ground and pound strike. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one.
He is in a lot of danger now. His opponent has beaten him. He's battered him. And now he is wearing it. There's a ton of blood on his face.
15 seconds.
Let's go. Move those hips and get up.
That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds. All right, back to the stools now, and he is no longer the handsome man we once knew. That gash is getting serious.
Relax, you're fine. We expected a bloody fight. We knew this was going to happen. We expected that more. Refocus.
All right, let us get you some replays from the damage in that previous round. Perhaps we can even isolate the shot that opened the cut.
I mean, just some big shots landed over the course of that round. and he wasn't responsible defensively. He was trying to tough out way too many situations. You can't do that when you're fighting a guy like this. If he doesn't change something, he's going to find himself in trouble.
You ready? You ready?
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Oh, nice straight punch there. Must be nice to have a reach advantage like this, DC. St. Pierre's cut has really opened up now. That blood is flowing. Didn't necessarily wake up thinking he was going to be donating blood today. He has donated a whole lot of it.
Great block there.
Well, he's looking for that left hand, just out of range, though, with it. And a nice job to stick with it there to complete the takedown. Oh, the damage just continues to be inflicted. And with respect to the athletes, if this was a movie, I might just walk out. I don't need to see it anymore.
I mean, I just don't even see it. It's to a point now where it's getting a bit uncomfortable. You have a fighter who's clearly outmatched, and his corner will not save him. This is crazy. Oh, right in the mouth.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground.
Nice transition. Big ground and pound.
Ground and pound, the hammer Mark Coleman would be proud. These ground strikes are starting to add up. And very effective with the ground and pound. All right, so not enough action there on the ground. The referee brings the fight back to the feet, and we are back underway. Well, St. Pierre's tough as it gets, but that eye is downright nasty at this point in time, and you've got to wonder, given all the swelling, if that might even be a fractured orbital. Not good for length. Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten. This is a terrible position.
Lands with the ground and pound here.
And another one. Another strike from the top. Lands for it. He passes the half. Get them out here.
All right, well, he's got him softened up here. Under the neck. Oh, and now he flattens him out, DC. A couple hooks in. This could be trouble.
Look at all that hip pressure he has into his opponent's back. Now he'll start to rain down brutal ground and pound.
And you better intelligently defend here. This could be the beginning of the end.
Get your hips back. Move your hips.
Under 2 minutes here to go, round 4. It's getting really hard to watch him absorb shots on that eye. I wonder if the referee's thinking about calling in the doctor now.
Well, John, the entirety of the fight, that has been the target of his opponent. He has not adjusted defensively, and now he's paying for it. Now, somebody's going to have to save him. Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
All right, well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Now maybe trying to get to a choke position here, DC. How about that transition to top position? Beautiful work by George St. Pierre. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC.
Now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish, look, he's got it locked. When he goes to finish, he has to pass by.
Oh, he's out. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
All right, so some high-level stuff there on the ground, but as they make their way back to the feet, a huge response from the crowd, no surprise there.
I loved it. I loved all the grappling that was on display there, but...
Oh, the judo chops on full display. Beautiful hip toss to take him down.
Ronda Rousey did this for a long time, loading people up with those high amplitude throws. This young man is very well versed in this position, and he has a lot of tricks to get you to put yourself exactly where he needs you.
Print the shirts, ground and pound. And there it is, another strike. Gets through on the ground. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. 20 minutes in the can, 5 to go. All right, mercifully, that is it for the round, and St. Pierre's eye is in real trouble, folks. That does not look good. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see the ringside physician be called on here. He might even stop the fight. We'll see. All right, DC, we got a few clips of the damage done in that round. Can see where things really...
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Fifth and final round. Strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Well-placed switch kick there.
Nice level change to the takedown.
All right, so it has been punches and strikes in bunches tonight. His opponent is wearing it, and when you see swelling like that, maybe a facial fracture of some kind.
Well, it seems as though something's hurt bad here. The last time I saw somebody get this one, I remember watching Joanna Jędrzejczyk's head, looking at the just size blow up. You know that damage is getting done, and every time he hits him on these spots, it hurts worse than anything you could imagine. Big.
Well-placed shot there, DC. He is officially run.
A big, massive hook. That thing that put his opponent on skates.
St. Pierre's eye is officially swollen shut. The referee keeping a close eye on things. Maybe he'll call for the ringside physician, but that condition is only going to get worse as this fight continues.
That was nice. In the half guard.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
That is how you reverse position on the ground. Beautifully done by him. All right, working inside his... Oh, looking for the gilly lock now. Might have the guillotine.
Oh, man, that was slick.
Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly.
And now he's inside control.
Short elbows.
Great job landing the strike from his back.
All right, dominant position for him here. Full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
All right, it's late in the fight now. I don't need to be a judge to tell you that he is clearly losing. What is a fighter's mentality when you know you need a finish or you're getting an L?
This is when you got to go to the Nate Diaz mentality. Kill or be killed. You got to throw everything at your opponent, because if this is...
Shot to the body. He told us he was going to attack that region. Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. It does not get much better than that. Great submission defense.
Good work, come on.
Side control now.
There it is. Now he's on the mount. Oh, he got to the spot.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by George St. Pierre. All right, so the damage continues to be doled out, and I think a lot of fans watching at home would probably like to see the referee call him the dunk.
And that's very rare, because fight fans want to see violence. But right now you have seen enough. This guy is beat, this guy is battered. He doesn't have much more. He has not done the right things to allow for himself to win this fight.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by GSP.
He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently.
Heavy leather landed on both sides in that exchange. 20 seconds to go in the fight.
He passes to half guard. Great defense by this fighter.
Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
25 minutes turned in. The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce
rounds. We go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All three judges score this contest 50-44. For the winner by unanimous decision, Bryce the Nasty Mitchell!
All right, so a big win for the BJJ player here tonight. Didn't force the submission, a lot of good control on the ground, and for the well-rounded